have to review it. But there must be an agreement. Guys, the capital will not change without this provision. Unless you tell me another provision of adding 80 billion or 100 billion to the city, there is, please, provide. If it's conditional grants, do it. You're the Senate. Give it to us. Yeah? Let me hear during the budget policy statement that you've increased Nairobi's allocation by 80. I will retire this agreement. I will not need it. But for now, I must, as the governor, as a responsible governor, who cares for his people, I must find whichever way that will get me resources to sort of this city. I must get it. Lazima I work. You know, I don't have another route. Remember, let me give you another example. Yesterday in Parliament, you've discussed the National Infrastructure Fund. Yeah. This National Infrastructure Fund will create around 5 trillion. That is the goal. Already 2 trillion. This is the way I'm going to plug into it. Because you cannot go to the now, how do I plug in and get projects for the city? Whether it is massive road projects, the city is 250 billion, and I keep asking for more projects. How will I plug into the Sovereign Wealth Fund without an arrangement with the government and a setting where I am chairing a committee that is discussing this every 2 weeks? We have to be pragmatic. We accept it and we appreciate that you must get those things. But how procedures have fallen laws? Yes, that is where you guide. Yes, you guide us. Pending bills of NMS, yes, those ones must be paid. The difference, we've not created a new entity or organization here. There is no accounting officer that has been created. If Kura's budget, they get an additional 8 billion. The DG of Kura will still have to account. Yes. But who defines and determines which roads are done in that 5 billion? Where do we prioritize? You know, whether it is Agwin's, whether it is whatnot, is the forum where I'm chairing. So that I can also, I mean, we even have Kera in Nairobi, rural roads. What are they doing in Nairobi? So, Chair, that's the difference between us and NMS. And I promised, Chair, as Senator, I also promised, as Governor, that I would never transfer functions from Nairobi. I said it in the Assembly. I will not transfer. I think Article 187 is a bad provision. Counties need to be strengthened to do better. So if you have a better way to do it, please, that is why you have a committee of devolution. Your work is to protect the interests of counties and their governments. And that is who is here. A county and its government, isn't it? Let me look for a question I've not answered. Senator Sifuna, very, very, very clearly says that no one is against development. I like that. And that is true. We want to do it within the law. That is true. Let us do it within the law. But let's also do it. You know, some people feel you fix the wings as you fly. You know, we can wait and for a perfect agreement or a perfect law. It will never happen, Senator Sifuna. Yes, but I'm saying you cannot have a perfect agreement, especially if it's the first one. Where is the president? Please draft for me one.
The chair. You can see the divide here. There's people who believe the ends justify the means. And there's also us who say there is a way it can be done constitutionally and legally.
Yes.
And I'm hoping, Chair, that when we get to the closing remarks, because I've had some of your friends saying, some of us just criticize, we don't have ways in which it can be done. We will give you ways in which.
Which friends? You've said my friends.
Yeah, some of your friends say some of us just make noise. We never give proposals and wait for